Elon Musk says, "I have been waiting for 2 hours to tell you this. This is not a joke." Archangel Michael says, "Tonight the clocks are louder than thunder because time itself is opening for you." The room feels ordinary, yet everything inside it trembles with a quiet destiny that refuses to be delayed. You have reached the hour when messages stop knocking and start entering. He says this moment was scheduled long before you were born, stamped with your name in a language only courage understands. The air warms with purpose as if an invisible engine has been humming just beyond the wall, preparing to lift your life into a higher orbit. Your spirit senses it already and your bones agree without a word. Elon Musk says he has been waiting for exactly 2 hours because alignment matters. The window had to be right, the signals had to converge, and your heart had to be ready to receive what your mind once feared. The wait was not silence, it was calibration. Archangel Michael says your next chapter is engineered like a rocket. First stage, separation, ascent. The first stage is the release of everything that pretends to be safety while secretly anchoring you to yesterday. When it falls away, the sky opens a corridor just for you. This is not a metaphor. It is a set of instructions disguised as wonder. The instructions are simple, metallic, and precise, and each one clicks into place like a rivet on a starship hull. Take them and your life begins accelerating the moment you read them. Instruction 1: Declare the mission out loud in the language of certainty. Announce who you are becoming and by what time, as if a launch director is listening with a headset on. Your declaration will give gravity permission to do new math around your name. Instruction 2: Build systems that honor the mission and refuse the drama. Systems are bridges you can walk even during storms, and they carry the weight your mood cannot. A system turns a dream into an itinerary. Instruction 3: Choose allies by trajectory, not by nostalgia. Every friendship is a vector, many are kind, but not all are aligned with the angle of your ascent. You are allowed to protect the velocity of your soul. Elon Musk says the difference between impossible and inevitable is iteration. You make attempts, you measure the truth, and you learn with the speed of love. You do this until the world stops calling it luck and starts calling it obvious. Archangel Michael says your timeline bends when you act in obedience to your higher design. Doors that were welded shut begin to hiss and slide as if from the future toward your hand. The hallway you feared becomes a runway you command. You have felt delayed by rumors and shadows, but the delay is over. The 2-hour window was about fuel stabilization, not hesitation. It was about making sure your courage wouldn't slosh when acceleration arrived. Elon Musk says the launch pad is built from daily choices others call boring. Early mornings, well-packed calendars, and the refusal to worship distraction become heating elements under your destiny. The flame is consistent, so the climb can be spectacular. Archangel Michael says he stood beside you when the old fear touched your shoulder like a cold glove. He watched you keep walking, and he recorded that movement as proof. Heaven responds to proof more than to noise. Do not argue with your calling, furnish it. Give it a desk, a schedule, a budget, and a key that opens every door inside you. When your calling has a home, it stops acting like a visitor and starts acting like an owner. Elon Musk says there was a night when he wrote a plan that looked unreasonable and then walked toward it as if it were the only map. He did not wait to feel ready, he trained readiness by moving. The motion hired the courage he could not afford yet. Archangel Michael says the next 12 weeks are a runway of precise lights placed just for your feet. Each light is a habit that knows your name and meets you at the same time every day. Walk the lights and you will unintentionally outrun those who once intimidated you. This is not a pep talk, it is a launch sequence. The numbers that count down are integrity, discipline, clarity, and focus, and they fall toward zero when you stop bargaining with your future. When they hit zero, the ground loses its claim on you. Elon Musk says the brave do not wait to become confident, they become confident by reporting for duty on small tasks with cosmic seriousness. They treat the tiny like the sacred and the sacred like the daily. That is how the extraordinary volunteers to be ordinary in your hands. Archangel Michael says forgive the part of you that lived in postponement. That version of you hid in archives you no longer need, filed under caution and labeled as wisdom. Retire it with gratitude and welcome the you who learns by launching. Tonight is not about spectacle, it is about true ignition. True ignition is quiet, like a key turning in a lock before the engine roars. You are hearing the key turn now. Elon Musk says the 2 hours of waiting are finished because your mind has synchronized with your future. The clock hand snaps into place like a docking maneuver, elegant and final. There is no drift anymore, there is only connection. Archangel Michael says your angels have already inspected your route for unnecessary detours. The unnecessary remains will fall off in sheets like old paint when the weather changes. The weather is changing now. You will notice unexpected allies arriving with materials in their hands. Some carry opportunities, others carry introductions, and one carries a sentence you needed to hear. All of them were delayed until this hour so you would value them properly. Elon Musk says the big leap often starts as a tiny refusal. Refuse the excuse that flatters you, the story that dims you, and the meeting that dilutes you. That is how you build a vacuum that pulls in what you truly asked for. Archangel Michael says to make a vow to your highest self and then keep it while nobody watches. Quiet diligence scares the darkness because it cannot bargain with it. Your vow is a private sunrise that keeps expanding. You are not late. You are exactly synchronized with the orbit designed for your name. The path looked empty because it was reserved. Reserved paths feel lonely until they become legendary. Elon Musk says every masterpiece begins with a prototype that embarrassed the pride out of its maker. Do not worship polish, worship progress. The world is built by those who tolerate their first drafts in public. Archangel Michael says you will break through without breaking yourself. Your schedule will protect your heart will protect your vision, and your vision will protect your schedule. This is the geometry of sustainable ascent. Your purpose is not loud, but it is undeniable. It hums like power lines at night, buzzing with the voltage of what wants to live through you. When you touch it, the hum becomes a song. Elon Musk says to name your next mission the way a ship receives a name before it meets the sea. Names focus energy and tell storms how to treat you. When a mission has a name, it refuses to be misplaced. Archangel Michael says the people who underestimated you were rehearsing your legend without knowing it. Their doubts stacked like scaffolding under your future balcony. When the balcony is finished, the scaffolding will be removed as if it never existed. Consider this your clearance note. The tower has looked at the wind and your instruments and the sky ahead. You are cleared for ascent. Elon Musk says make your calendar reflect the mass of your dream. Heavy dreams require sturdy hours, and you must schedule them with the boldness you schedule emergencies. Treat your mission like oxygen and you will never run out of air. Archangel Michael says the door that frightened you opens inward, which means it yields when you step toward it. You were waiting for it to swing outward, and that is why it felt locked. Step and it will move as if it always belonged to your hand. Your story is changing in the engine room before anyone hears the sound. The gauges are lifting, the temperature climbs, and the vector stabilizes. Soon the silence will convert to motion. Elon Musk says to build embarrassment immunity by acting from purpose rather than applause. Do not measure by volume of claps, measure by weight of progress. Applause is a weather report, not a compass. Archangel Michael says a resource you thought you lacked is actually stranded behind a decision you avoided. Make the decision and the resource will arrive like a train that was always on the timetable. Your courage is the ticket agent, stamping the pass. You are not chasing luck, you are activating laws. When behavior aligns with purpose, results become predictable like planets. Predictable is not boring when it is miraculous on schedule. Elon Musk says complexity bows to persistence that takes good notes. You will fail forward only if you record the angles of your falls. The notebook becomes a runway when the pages are honest. Archangel Michael says honor the body that will carry you through long days of beautiful work. Feed it like it is sacred machinery, because it is. The soul appreciates discipline expressed as care. You no longer need the old permission slips. They are written in ink that fades when exposed to courage. Hold them to the light and watch the letters disappear. Elon Musk says partnerships are rockets when values match and anchors when they don't. Vet by values, collaborate by clarity, and exit by principle. That is how you stay in orbit without losing oxygen. Archangel Michael says every door you close in integrity unlocks 2 doors you do not see yet. The sound of a clean no is the hinge of a better yes. You will hear that hinge today. You have asked for signs and the signs have been tracking you instead. They stand at the mile markers ahead, waiting to be noticed when you arrive. You are about to arrive. Elon Musk says the world changes because ordinary people choose extraordinary consistency. They keep promises to mornings that have not yet opened their eyes. That is how the sun learns your name. Archangel Michael says the 2-hour wait ends with a torch passed into your hand. Your fingers know how to hold it because purpose designed your grip. The flame is steady and the road is ready. Move with the music of inevitability. That music is the hum of aligned choices stacked day over day until momentum becomes your shadow. Walk and the shadow will lengthen into legacy. Elon Musk says your future employees are already talking about you in rooms you have never entered. They speak about a founder, a leader, a builder, a healer, an artist, a maker whose clarity changes schedules. Make their prophecy easy by acting like the person they expect. Archangel Michael says you are arriving at a scene where your former self would have panicked. Instead, you will breathe and select from options that did not exist yesterday. Choice is wealth. You are becoming wealthy. This is not a joke, it is a junction. It is where your original design merges with the lane called now. Stay in this lane long enough and the word destiny begins to sound like daily. Elon Musk says when you find friction, ask whether it is launch friction or misalignment friction. Launch friction means you are leaving the pad and the air is learning your shape. Misalignment friction means you must revisit the blueprint with tenderness and truth. Archangel Michael says your courage will become someone else's weather. Your calm will become someone else's map. Your yes will become someone else's proof. The 2 hours are complete and the message has entered like dawn through a window that forgot how to close. Nothing can unknow you now. Your life has been informed by itself. Elon Musk says to write the next 3 steps on a card and tape it where your eyes must pass. The card is a small satellite that keeps your orbit true. Review it morning and night until you no longer need the card. Archangel Michael says to bless your workspace with order and your time with intention. Each clean surface is a runway, each prepared hour is a gate. Planes do not apologize for leaving on time and neither will you. This announcement is both mercy and mandate. Mercy because you are loved beyond your delays, and mandate because love commands growth. Growth is the most grateful response to being chosen. Elon Musk says the story people tell about you next year begins in the next 30 minutes. Make those minutes a seed bank of decisions that would make your future self applaud. Your biography is becoming a blueprint. Archangel Michael says the sky is busy, but there is always room for another rocket that refuses to imitate. Your glow will be distinct and your trail unmistakable. You will not need to shout because altitude speaks. You are released to become undeniable. Your voice will carry beyond algorithms and into the exact hearts that needed its frequency. The path hears you coming and moves small stones out of the way. Elon Musk says end the day by protecting tomorrow's launch window. Lay out your tools, rehearse your first move, and guard your sleep as if it were a sacred archive. Morning favors those who sent it a message the night before. Archangel Michael says the approval you once chased is now chasing you, but you will not slow down to be caught. You will keep walking at the speed of assignment. The right eyes will find you in the correct scene. This is the hour you were promised in whispers you tried not to believe. It has unfolded with mathematical grace and holy boldness. Wear it like armor and move. Elon Musk says the signal is green and the countdown has reached the number that means go. The engines of your purpose are hot and steady. Lift. Archangel Michael says the blessing has landed on your shoulder like a star that learned to rest. Walk with it and let people feel daylight when you enter a room. The message is delivered and permission granted. You know what to do next because your hands are already moving toward it. You are the steward of a vision that decided to live through you. Take the future by the handle and open it. Archangel Michael says the next movement is precision disguised as peace. A silent clarity settles over your schedule like fresh snow, making every footprint unmistakable. You will walk it with the lightness of someone who knows the coordinates. Elon Musk says the way to accelerate is to remove drag before adding thrust. You will close 3 small loops today that have leaked energy for months. Each closure is a seal, and every seal is a gain in altitude you can feel in your chest. Your mornings are about to turn into launch windows that protect your whole day. You will enter them like a pilot entering a cockpit, with checklists that steady the mind. The ritual becomes the runway, and the runway becomes your promise kept. Archangel Michael says build a sanctuary around your first 90 minutes. No negotiations, no detours, only the craftsmanship that honors your calling. What happens inside those minutes will purchase quiet victories for the rest of the week. Elon Musk says velocity is the child of iteration and honest telemetry. You will make, measure, and learn with the gentleness of a scientist and the boldness of a pioneer. The data will not judge you, it will join you. You are allowed to upgrade your environment without apologizing to the past. Objects that once belonged to your delays will exit calmly like guests who stayed too long. Space appears, and with space, breath returns. Archangel Michael says the door ahead opens in 3 clicks: clarity, courage, consistency. You already turned the first 2, tonight you turn the third. When consistency engages, destiny stops wobbling. Think of your day as a stack of orbits, each one supporting the next without argument. The deepest orbit is health, the next is focus, and the next is service. When these stabilize, abundance has nowhere else to go but toward you. Elon Musk says dream in vectors, not vibes. Define direction, choose speed, and accept the physics that follow. When direction is correct, even small speed becomes inevitable arrival. You will notice your language changing before your life does. Verbs will replace excuses, and nouns will stop pretending to be obstacles. Sentences that used to sag will stand at attention. Archangel Michael says your patience will grow teeth. It will bite through delays that used to swallow your hours. The days will begin to line up like disciplined soldiers marching toward your vision. There is a meeting you no longer need to attend because it only rehearses old noise. You will cancel it with grace and receive 2 hours of oxygen back. Those hours will buy the next version of you. Elon Musk says to automate mercy for your future self. Templates, scripts, and predecisions will protect you when energy dips. Compassion can be engineered, and you are about to prove it. You are stepping into a season where results are quieter than announcements yet louder than doubt. Those who love you will recognize the new steadiness first. The rest will understand when the outcomes become furniture in the room. Archangel Michael says guard the hinge moments: wake, return, transition. These are the passages where old patterns lobby for re-entry. You will pass through with your head high and your priorities already chosen. The project that seemed too large will consent to be sliced. You will carve it into modules that finish like pages turning. Completion will become a rhythm, not a miracle. Elon Musk says hire standards before you hire people. Standards will recruit the right companions with magnetic accuracy. Clarity is the most persuasive recruiter you will ever meet. You will feel the dignity of choosing a lane and staying in it. The horizon will stop taunting and start cooperating. It will lean toward you like a friend who has decided to help. Archangel Michael says speak your deadlines in full sentences. When a date hears its name, it begins walking toward you. Accountability becomes architecture. Your calendar stops being a prison and becomes a palace. Rooms of focus open into corridors of momentum. You will move through them like someone who finally owns the keys. Elon Musk says resilience is simply upgraded curiosity. When something fails, you ask what it taught the mission and you keep building. The mission smiles every time you do this. New alliances will arrive with clean motives and simple agreements. You will know them by the ease with which you can breathe around them. Collaboration will feel like well-tuned instruments sharing one song. Archangel Michael says your integrity will startle doors into opening. Some doors pretend they are guarded, but they are only shy around sincerity. You will introduce yourself and they will step aside. You will practice the discipline of invisible progress. For 14 days, your most important gains will be unposted and unannounced. The world will sense the tremor and come looking for the epicenter. Elon Musk says reduce meetings by half and double the number of decisions made on paper. Written clarity travels faster than spoken confusion. The page will host your best breakthroughs. Your evening routine will become a small ceremony of gratitude and preparation. Tools placed, first move rehearsed, tomorrow invited. Sleep will take the invitation seriously. Archangel Michael says the fear of being seen will quietly resign. It will hand you a letter that says thank you for the memories and leave the building. You will wave, then get back to work. A mentor you have not met yet is about to notice your pattern and respect it. They will send a sentence that adjusts your altitude by 10 degrees. 10 degrees is how legends avoid deserts. Elon Musk says to befriend constraints the way a rocket befriends gravity. Gravity is not the enemy, it is the reference that makes escape meaningful. Your constraints will sculpt your creativity into a blade. Your voice will no longer audition for rooms not meant for it. It will speak where assignment lives and remain quiet elsewhere. Silence, chosen on purpose, becomes a megaphone. Archangel Michael says wealth begins with the wealth of attention. Where your attention rests, gardens appear. You will irrigate the right soil and the right colors will rise. The temptation to rush will dissolve in mastery. Masters move quickly without hurrying because they are intimate with sequence. You will trust sequence, and sequence will reward you. Elon Musk says publish your learnings the way scientists publish results. Not for applause, but to extend the frontier. The frontier will nod and make room. Your home will adopt the posture of a studio. Flat surfaces will host drafts, not distractions. The mirror will watch you become. Archangel Michael says the apology you owe yourself is accepted. You are forgiven for waiting at doors that were never yours. The new doors recognize you already. Momentum will gather like weather moving across a coastline. First a stillness, then a breeze, then the kind of wind that carries ships. You are the ship, and you know how to ride it. Elon Musk says to staircase your ambition, floor, landing, floor. Landings are where you rest without losing altitude. You will rest like a professional. Opportunities that once intimidated you will begin to feel normal in your hands. Normal is the compliment excellence pays when it plans to stay. Excellence has signed a long lease with your life. Archangel Michael says your boundaries are becoming elegant. They are not fences against the world, they are trellises for your growth. Everything you love will climb better because of them. Your finances will learn discipline as an act of devotion. Spreadsheets will stop being numbers and start being sentences that narrate your stewardship. The story will read beautifully. Elon Musk says to measure the right lagging indicators and worship the leading ones. Inputs will be sacred, outputs will be honest. Honesty will become your favorite math. You will become impossible to distract because you will finally be easy to please. Progress pleases you, service pleases you, aligned people please you. Everything else learns to take a number. Archangel Michael says renew your vow to your mission every morning with 2 sentences in ink. The paper will remember, and so will you. Remembering is a superpower disguised as simplicity. The siren call of comparison will lose its tune in your ears. You will hear only assignment, only alignment, only what the day asked for. Peace will sound like a well-tuned engine. Elon Musk says to create redundancy for your most fragile systems. Backups will remove fear from your momentum. Fear, bored and unemployed, will wander off. You are stepping into a chapter where kindness becomes a competitive advantage. People will feel safe near your order and brave near your joy. Safety and bravery will hire each other in your presence. Archangel Michael says your legacy has begun drafting itself in the background. It writes with the handwriting of your choices and the ink of your attention. Every line is cleaner than the one before. There is a city that will know your name for the right reasons. Rooms will brighten not because you arrived loud, but because you arrived prepared. Prepared is a language people trust. Elon Musk says to schedule wonder. Walks, sky, silence, notes, these are the lubricants of invention. You will not confuse busyness with brilliance again. Your courage will become policy. It will be baked into processes, budgets, and timelines. When courage becomes policy, miracles become procedure. Archangel Michael says you have shed the last costume stitched by fear. The fabric was familiar, but it was never yours. Your real clothes fit, and you can finally breathe. Tonight ends with an oath you keep. The oath is simple. Show up, stay kind, move forward. The universe speaks this oath fluently and answers quickly. Elon Musk says the window is open and the stars are punctual. You have a boarding pass with a seat that faces sunrise. Sit down, the future will taxi to you. Your hands know what to do next, and your calendar agrees. Your heart is calm, your mind is sharp, your feet are pointed. The countdown is always now. Archangel Michael says the blessing has been installed, not borrowed. It will not time out, and it will not require theatrics. It asks only that you remain the steward you promised to be. Towers of delay are behind you, bridges of purpose are ahead of you, and the river of time is finally on your side. Walk, build, repeat. The horizon keeps its promise to those who keep theirs. Elon Musk says, with a small smile only mission control can see, proceed. The engines hum like yes. Lift again, and keep lifting until the sky becomes